ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। आराध्यो भगवान् व्रजेशतनयस्तद्धाम वृन्दावनम् रम्या काचिदुपासना व्रजवधू वर्गेण वा कल्पिता। श्रीमद्भागवतं प्रमाणममलं प्रेमापुमार्थो महान्। श्रीचैतन्यमहाप्रभुर्मतमिदं तत्रादरामि परा। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदम। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, dear Vaishnavas, for joining. We will read some verses from Bhagavad Gita, and then today we will read the appearance of Radha Kund, Shyam Kund, and how that's connected to the story of Arishtasura. So I shared earlier the 21 verses from Bhagavad Gita, which are very, very important, and we all can try to memorize. And we'll know one verse from each chapter, at least. We should know as followers of Bhagavad Gita, as followers of Sanatana Dharma. So let's quickly read, and I'm going to start a stopwatch so that the mind may sometimes trick us, but it doesn't take more than 5 minutes to read these verses. Dhritarashtra uvacha dharmashetre kurukshetre samaveta mamaka pandavaschaiva kim akurvata sanjaya matra sparshastu kaunteya shitoshana sukha dukkhada agama paino nityastam titikshasva bharatva prakriti kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvasha ahankara vimudatma kartaham iti manyate yada yada hi dharmasya glanirбhavati bharata abhyutthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham vidya vinaya sampanne brahmane gavihastini shuni chaiva shupake cha pandita samadarshinaha योगिनामपि सर्वेषां मद्गतेनन्तरात्मना श्रद्धावान् भजते यो मां स मे युक्ततमो मतः दैवी एषा गुणमयी मम माया दुरत्यया मामेव्ये प्रपद्यन्ते मायामेतां तरन्ति ते अन्तकाले च मामेव स्मरन् मुक्त्वा कलेवरम् यः प्रयाति समद्भावं याति नास्ति अत्र संशयः पत्रं पुष्पं फलं तोयं यो मे भक्त्या प्रयच्छति तदहं भक्ति उपहारितम् अश्नामि प्रयतात्मनः अहं सर्वस्य प्रभवो मत्तः सर्वं प्रवर्तते इति मत्वा भजन्ते मां मुग्धभावसमन्वितः मच्चित्ता मद्गता प्राण बोधयन्तः परस्परं कथयन्तश्च मां नित्यं तुष्यन्ति च रमन्ति च तेषां सततयुक्तानां भजतां प्रीतिपूर्वकं ददामि बुद्धियोगं तं येन मामुपयान्ति ते तेषामेवानुकम्पार्थम् अहमज्ञानजं तमः Nashyami atmabhavasto jnanadipena bhasvata matkarma krin matparamo madbhakta sanghavarjitah nirvairi sarvabhuteshu yah samamiti pandava yo narishyati na dveshti na shochati na kanchati shubha parityagi bhaktimans yah same priyah पुरुषा प्रकृति स्तो हि भुङ्क्ते प्रकृतिजान् गुणान् कारणां गुणसङ्ग कारणां गुणसङ्गस्य सद् असद्योनि जन्मसु मां च यो व्यभिचारेण भक्तियोगेन सेवते स गुणान् समतीत्यैतान् ब्रह्मभूयाय कल्पते सर्वस्य चाहं निसन्निविष्टो मत्तस्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव विद्यो वेदान्तकृद्वेदविदेव चाहम् यः शास्त्रविधिमुत्सृज्य वर्तते कामकारतः न स सिद्धिमवाप्नोति न सुखं न परां गतिम् अनुद्वेगकरं वाक्यं सत्यं प्रियं हितं च यत् स्वाध्याय अभ्यसनं चैव वाङ्मयं तप उच्यते सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वां सर्वपापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः Hare Krishna. It took 3 minutes and 54 seconds. So basically it takes less than 1 minute to recite 10 verses. But sorry, 5 verses, yeah. About 5 verses per minute. An average person can recite 12 seconds. That's again, the goal is not the math. It takes like 4 minutes, 5 minutes. That's not the main thing. But the main thing is that it takes only 5 minutes to recite some of the very, very important verses of Gita, and that will purify us to the extent we cannot imagine. So now we're going to read Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, and we read till text 15 yesterday. We started text 16, but we thought since it's a very long purport, the Arishtasur has been killed, and it's a festival for eyes. Nanda Maharaj goes to King Kamsa, and he was addressed as Devadarshana, which has two meanings. One who has a divine vision, and one, the other meaning is that Narad Muni's audience is as good as that of God or demigods, Devadarshana. Now let's read the story of the appearance of Radha Kund and Shyam Kund, which is connected to the Arishtasur story. Om Jnantimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So now the story begins from here. This conversation, so kindly quoted by the Acharyas, describes the origin of Radha Kund and Shyam Kund, Radha's and Krishna's bathing ponds. The verses are as follows. The 20 verses quoted by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Masman sprishadya vrishabhardana hantamugda ghoro surayam ai Krishna tad api ayam gau vritro yatha duja yahasti ai niskriti kim shudyed bhavam stri bhuvana stita tirtha krishra. The innocent young gopis said, "Ah, Krishna, don't touch us now, O killer of a bull. Alas, even though Arishta was a terrible demon, still he was a male cow. So you will have to undergo atonement, just as Lord Indra did after killing Vritrasura." But how can you purify yourself without going to the trouble of visiting every single holy place in the three worlds? Hare Krishna. So the gopis are saying, hey, you have killed this male cow. Although he was a demon, but still you have killed a male cow. The example, the reference, the precedent they are quoting, oh, Vritrasur, he was the son of a Brahmana, although he was in the body of um, um, a demon, but still he was Brahmana, a demon in disguise. So what's the atonement? Go to every single place, a holy place. Kim paryat Kim paryattami bhuvanani adunaiva sarva aniyatirtha vitati vitati karvani tashu sthanam vilokyata tavad idam mukunda prochaiva tatra kritavan bata parsi ghatam. Why should I have to wander throughout the entire universe? I will at once bring all the countless pilgrimage places here and take my bath in them. Just watch. With this, Lord Mukunda struck his heel on the ground. So Krishna, Mukunda, struck his heel on the feet, and let's see what happens. So I'll just quickly read the English only, if anyone is okay. Maybe let's do both. Patalato jalam idam kila bhogavatya ayatam atra nikhila api tirtha sangai agaccheti bhagavad vachasa ta itya tatraiva reju atha Krishna uvacha gopi. This is the water of the Bhogavati river coming from the Patal region. And now, O holy places, all of you, please come here. When the Supreme Lord had spoken these words, all the holy places went there and appeared before him. Krishna then addressed the gopis as follows. So Mother Ganga in the lower regions or Patala is called Bhogavati. So Krishna is the master of all the demigods, all the rivers, everyone, the servant of Krishna. So Krishna called that all the holy rivers, please come. And they came. Tirthani pashyad harirvachasa tavaivam naiva pratima edita atha tirthavaryaha prochu kritanjali puta lavanabhirasmi shirabhirasmi shrunutta amara dirghikakasmi. See all the holy places. But the gopis replied, we don't see them as you describe. Then those best of holy places joining their palms in supplication spoke up. I'm the salt ocean, I'm the ocean of milk, I'm the Amara Dirghika. So everyone started introducing themselves. So I am the river Soma, I am the Sindhu, I am Tamraparni, I am the holy place Pushkar, I am river Saraswati, and we are Godavari, Yamuna, and Reva rivers, and the confluence of the rivers at Prayag. Just see our waters. So everyone introduced. After purifying himself by bathing, Lord Hari became quite arrogant and said, I have produced a pond containing all the waters of holy places, whereas you gopis must never have executed any religious duties on this earth for the pleasure of Lord Brahma. Then Srimati Radharani addressed her girlfriends as follows. I must create even an even more beautiful pond. So go to work. Having heard these words, the gopis saw that Arishtasura's host had dug a shallow ditch just west of Sri Krishna's pond, and that nearby spot all the gopis began digging up lumps of soft mud with their hand, and in this way a divine pond manifested in the short span of an hour. Krishna was astonished to see the lake they produced. He said, "Go ahead, lotus-eyed one. You and your companions should fill this pond with water from mine." But Radharani replied, "No, no, 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 this is not impossible. Since the water of your pond is contaminated by your terrible sin of killing a cow, I will have my countless gopi companions bring the pure water from Manasa Ganga here in billions of pots. In this way, I will fill this lake with my own water and thus make its renown unequaled in the entire world." By the way, Radhakund and Manas Ganga are not nearby, they are at least a mile away, or even more. Even the shortest path will be like 2-3 miles, maybe, or maybe 1 or 2 miles. Lord Krishna then gestured to a heavenly personality who was an intimate associate of the holy places. Suddenly, that person rose up out of Krishna's spawn and bowed down to the daughter of Sri Vrishabhanu, Radharani. And then, with palms joined and tears pouring from his eyes, he began to praying to her in devotion. O Goddess, even Lord Brahma himself, the knower of all scriptures, cannot understand your glories, nor can Lord Shiva or Lakshmi. Only Krishna, the supreme goal of all the human endeavor, can understand them. And thus, he feels obliged to personally make sure that you can wash away your perspiration when you are fatigued. So the gopis tried, they were trying, but they got fatigued and it's not possible to fill in a whole pond with some handfuls of water, and that too from Mansi Gangas, which is not nearby. He's always anointing so Krishna basically is always anointing your lotus feet with nectarian charu and yavaka and decorating them with ankle bells, and he rejoices and feels most fortunate simply by satisfying the tips of the toes of your lotus feet. On his order, we have immediately come here to live in this most excellent pond which he created by one stroke of his heel. But only if you now feel satisfied with us and bestow upon us your merciful glance will the tree of our desire bear fruit. They are basically asking Radharani, "Oh, Vrindavaneshwari, please offer your merciful glance." Even Lord Shiva prays for this. Kada karishyasi hima kripa kataksha bhajanam. Hearing this prayer, Hearing this prayer spoken by the representative of the full assembly of the holy places, Sri Radha was pleased and said, "So kindly tell me your desire." They then told her plainly, "Our lives would be successful if we could come to your pond. That is the benediction we desire." Glancing at her beloved from the corners of her eyes, the daughter of Vrishabhanu replied with a smile, "Please come." Her gopi companions all agreed with her decision and became immersed in the ocean of happiness. Indeed, the beauty of all creatures, both mobile and stationary, was enhanced. So Radharani and the Sakhis gave permission to the personality, the holy places personified, that you can please come and enter. Prapya prasadam atha te vrishamhanu jayah Shri Krishna Kunda Gata Tirtha Vara, Deva bhitim ati vegata eva radha kundam vyadhusva salilai paripurnameva. Thus gaining the grace of Srimati Radharani, the holy rivers and lakes in Sri Radha Kund forcibly broke through its boundary walls and swiftly filled Radha Kund with their waters. So the holy rivers and lakes filled Radha Kund as well, and that hole was created by the Arishtasura's, impressions. Lord Hari then said, "My dear Radha, may this pond of yours become even more world-renowned than mine. I will always come here to bathe and enjoy my water pastime. Indeed, this lake is dear to me as you are." So, even till date, Radhakund is more famous than Shamakund. Although they're almost like next to each other. But people, if they have to like give a landmark, oh, go near Radhakund. Oh, someone so and so lives near Radhakund. Oh, that shop near Radhakund. Oh, do this Radhakund parikram. So the word Radhakund is used more, and it's more famous, more world renowned. In fact, it's the holiest of the holy places. Is Radhakund as per Srila Rupa Goswami Nectar of Instruction, the most holiest of all the holy places. Radha replied, "I will come to bathe in your pond as well, even though you may kill hundreds of Arishta demons here." In the future, anyone who has intense devotion for this lake, which is on the spot where you chastised Arishta Sura, who bathes or resides here, is sure to become very dear to me. Radhakund is very dear to Kṛṣṇa, and Shyamakund is very dear to Radha. And ultimately, they're not different. Kṛṣṇa would bathe in Radhakund, Radharani would bathe in Shyamakund, vice versa. The night Lord Kṛṣṇa initiated a rasa dance, that night Lord Kṛṣṇa initiated a rasa dance at Radhakund, generating a torrent of greatest mood of splendorous pleasure. Sri Krishna resembled a cloud, and Srimati Radharani a brilliant flash of lightning falling the sky with abundant beauty. In this way, their divine glories permeated the expanses of the three worlds. So beautiful rasa dance happened. As a final note, it should be noted that Narada Muni, being a great sage, understood that killing of Arishta more or less concluded the pastimes of Krishna in Vrindavan. Therefore, Narada, anxious to facilitate the transferal of Krishna's pastime to Mathura, approached Kamsa and addressed him as follows. It's a critical moment here. This chapter is also concluding the Krishna's pastimes in Vrindavan. So about 90 chapters in Canto 10, the first 36 chapters are describing Krishna's pastime in Vrindavan, then Mathura, then Dwarka. So Narad Muni spoke to Kamsa as follows. Yashodaya sutam kanya devakya krishnameva cha Ramam charohini putram vasudevena bibhyata Nyastau swamitre nandevai yabhyam te purusha hataha. Narada told Kamsa, translation purport by his disciples of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Narada told Kamsa, Yashoda's child was actually a daughter, and Krishna is the son of Devaki. Also Rama, the son of Rohini. Rama is the son of Rohini. Out of fear, Vasudeva entrusted Krishna and Balram to his friend Nanda Maharaj. And it is these two boys who have killed your men. Hare Krishna. Nanda Maharaj told, Narada Muni told Kamsa that your men means the demons sent, Arishta, Bhauma, Trinavrata, etc., Putana, Aga, Baka, Taka, all these associates of Kamsa, Narad Muni told him that these two brothers, son of Vasudeva, they have killed. Kamsa had been led to believe that Krishna was the son of Yashoda and that Devaki's eighth child had been a daughter. The identity of Devaki's eighth child was extremely important to Kamsa because a prophecy had foretold that her eighth child would kill him. Here, Narada informs the king that the eighth child of Devaki was the formidable Kṛṣṇa, and thus implying that the prophecy should be taken very seriously. Having received this information, Kamsa obviously will now do everything in his power to kill Krishna and Balaram. So basically now the connection Narada Muni is trying to, put the dots, because that it may seem that Narada Muni, some people misunderstand him, that why is he going and saying, this guy is the killer, right? Why is he trying to cause inconvenience to Krishna? But actually it's not. He is facilitating the pastimes. Because now the pastime, the transfer has to happen from Vrindavan to Mathura. And Kamsa, when he knows, oh, he's the son of Mathuravasi, referring to Devaki. Sorry, referring to Devaki and Vasudeva. So their parents are here. Okay, they can come here to, we can call them here in the guise of meeting the parents or some other way, that the roots are here. So some connection. So Narad Muni is basically, as we read in the last verse, facilitate the transfer of Krishna's pastimes to Mathura. That was the reason he approached Kamsa, not to kind of cause inconvenience to the Lord. So Narad Muni gives this news to Kamsa. Nishamya tad bhojapati kopat pracalitendriyaha Nishtam asim adatta vasudeva jigamsaya. Upon hearing this, the master of the Bhojas became furious and lost control of his senses. He picked up a sharp sword to kill Vasudeva. The moment he heard this, he ran to kill Vasudeva. Nivarito naradena tatsutau mrityum atmanah yatavaloha yatvaloha mayir pashe babandha saha bharyaya. But Narada restrained Kamsa by reminding him that it was the two sons of Vasudeva who would cause his death. Kamsa then had Vasudeva and his wife shackled in iron chains. So Narada, Kamsa, as we see, is like settled in kind of Vega. So looks like Vasudeva and Devaki were released. They were not permanently after, in jail or in iron chains. After Krishna's birth, the eighth child was born. The baby girl was transferred. Kamsa attempted to kill the baby girl. He didn't know that the child who is Krishna, who's killing, was the son of Vasudeva. So now, as soon as he got the news, he immediately ran to kill Vasudeva. And the restraint, like it's not same thing which Vasudeva told Kamsa. Oh, it's not your sister Kamsa who's going to cause your death. It's the child. So same thing Narada is telling. It's not the Vasudeva who is the cause of your death. It's it's his child. But then he again put them in iron chains. Kamsa realized that there was no use in killing Vasudev since it was Vasudev's son Krishna and Balram who were to kill him. According to the Acharyas, Narada also advised Kamsa that if he killed Vasudev, the two young boys might flee and it was therefore better not to kill him. Rather, Narada recommended Kamsa should bring Krishna and Balram to Kamsa's capital, Mathura. Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta Thakur points out that Narada did not act inimically toward the great devotees Vasudeva and Devaki when he revealed this information to Kamsa. In fact, as explained in the 11th canto, Vasudeva was grateful to Narada because he was arranging for Kamsa's death at Krishna's hands, further arranging for Krishna to come and live in Mathura, where his loving father could associate with him. So, as we discussed earlier, we should not think that Narada is trying to reveal some confidential secret to the enemy and who, like demon Kamsa, who has done so much harm to Krishna and devotees or attempted to. Why is he going and spilling the beans? But the point is, he's acting as a servant, so Krishna can come to Mathura, kill Kamsa, kill others, demons, and of course give joy to the devotees. Vasudev, Devaki, other friends, and other Mathura Vasis. So that was the main reason, to facilitate the pastime of the Lord, the transferal pastime. One last verse for today. Pratiyate tu devars tau kamsabhyas abhasya keshinam preshayam asahanyetam bhavatrama Keshava. After Narada left, King Kamsa summoned Keshi and ordered him go kill Rama and Krishna. Ram and Krishna. Keshi demon. Before having Krishna and Balram brought to Mathura, Kamsa tried sending one more demon to Vrindavan. So, one more demon was sent, and that's what we are going to read next time. The demon Keshi. So today we read the appearance of Radha Kund Shyam Kund. We also read the 21 verses, and then we also discussed what was the reason behind Narada Muni going and telling the news to Kamsa. What was the internal reason? So tomorrow is Janmashtami. You all have a wonderful Janmashtami. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Purana ki jai, Shri Kṛṣṇa Kanhaiya Lal ki jai, Jagat Guru Śrī Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Thank you.